Brodes Media.
You got bullied at home. You could not match their intensity. They outcompeted you by a million. You got embarrassed in front of your own fans. Deebo Samuel pantses you. That's what he did. He ran his mouth forever and then runs for 3 damn touchdowns. Now, they took advantage of some mismatches. You lose your starting linebacker in Zach Cunningham, and Morrow is stuck in a blender. Reed Blankenship can't catch an interception. At that time, it was still a game, and there was still a matchup, but you failing there murdered everything. Just like Sean Desai allowing 6 consecutive touchdowns. 6! And it's more than just Sean Desai. It starts with him because he is the leader of that group. But it didn't even look like they were trying to compete out there. Eli Ricks should be cut tonight because of that embarrassing effort. You get pushed around by one hand. I mean, what are you doing out there? It bothers me because it can't look that way against this team with all the cards that were on the table and for all the hands that were dealt from 9 months ago to today. Oh, my God. Did they mollywop you? The Eagles suck today. You get stuck with field goals early while the 49ers start to get 7. Those touchdowns to field goals were miserable. Jalen Hurts standing in the pocket trying to play hero ball. He took backyard football to a whole nother extreme. He trips and falls, kills what could have been. Josh Sweat, offsides, lined up wrong. What are we doing? Garbage. And if you can't get inspired after Big Dom almost gets punched in the face by Greenlaw, what are we doing here? See, I kind of got sidetracked again to the part that pisses me off. But there is reality here. And you can't just choose one game to define a team. How do the Eagles look against Dallas? They're still in control of their own destiny. They are 10-2. You don't lose one football game after being 10-1 in 11 starts, and now all of a sudden you are bums. Part of the reason why the 49ers were failing and they weren't looking as crisp is because they didn't have their best players on the field. Losing Zach Cunningham is horrible because Morrow can't cut it. Make a damn tackle. Wrap him up and take him to the ground. How are you not prepared for that, considering you know that the 49ers will try and get the playmakers the ball and then have them explode after the catch? Christian McCaffrey running to the left, going to the left. Here's Trent Williams going to the left. Come on! Clean something up! 6 consecutive drives. That doesn't even happen when a team is playing one of the 0-16 Cleveland Browns teams. Like, that's how hard it is to score that consistently every possession. And shame on you, Nick Sirianni, for punting on 4th and 2. You cannot punt on 4th and 2 and give the other team the football when your defense couldn't get a stop. I'll live and die with Jalen Hurts doing a push-tush. And if that gets stopped, so be it. I'll tip my cap. But I thought then and there it felt like Nick Sirianni was waving the white flag. But no. That's not the truth. He's keeping Jalen Hurts in down 65 after a concussion protocol stint. And poor DeAndre Swift, his coach, put him in a horrendous position. He gets popped, but the game ends in a very similar fashion as it started because the game started by DeAndre Swift getting cracked, and you can hear the shoulder pads pop. The 49ers brought it. I think that just defines the game. One team looked hungrier. One team looked meaner. One team looked more ready. And the Eagles really couldn't rise to the occasion on the emotional side at all. Instead, Jalen Carter looks extremely upset on the sidelines with Sirianni. A.J. Brown has his hands on someone, shaking him and getting all rattled there during one of those scuffles. It's disappointing. I have nothing to say to everyone who wants to take shots at the Eagles. That was a very poor effort. There's also a lot of details that are important here. 3 games in 13 days. San Francisco with a longer rest. The Eagles' schedule right now is killer. You were never going to win every game during this run. But what I do have to say, and I will not run away from it, it needs to look better than this. This was one-sided, and they ran down your throat, and they took your soul. I've seen the Eagles do that to a lot of other teams. This sort of happened. The 49ers on this night in your own stadium with all the trash talk happening and Hassan Reddick saying, bring it on. And to have Debo go off and back it up. Not like this. Tonight, the style points matter to me. Because guess what? In an NFC Championship game, if you see each other again, you think this was highly emotional? You think this is where the bar is set? Multiply it by 2 or 3, and it'll even be more wild. And the atmosphere will be even more electric. This was just a taste. This was just a sniff. Okay? I want to see this team have an unbelievable effort in Dallas where they don't lose in that building. If you have the balls and if you have the toughness to have the answer, if not on the road against your division rival to keep your spot at the top of the NFC and to make a statement back to everyone who's going to question if they feel the same strongness about who you are, if not this, then where's the mental makeup? Then who are you? Because if this back end goes a certain way, and the Dallas game will tell me everything I need to know, if you let this thing slip out of your fingers, I'll change my tune real quick. But as for now, this gauntlet was always going to be extremely hard to get through. I'd say it's been a good start prior to tonight. And the stakes get even higher against Dallas and Dak. There's no other way I would like it. You need to feel hurt. I want you to be bothered. I want this to motivate you because obviously the 49ers took all of their disapproval from what happened the year before into this matchup and crushed you. Wasn't even close. How were you that off base? How were you that unprepared to meet the moment? I don't understand. I can't wrap my head around it. You started off so hot, but how does it slip so quickly away? I'm looking at you, defense. Make your tackle. You don't feel disrespected that here they are again. Another drive. 7 more. Do you ever get tired of it? Do you have pride to do something about it? I'm looking at you, Morrow. It's unacceptable.